Hello and welcome. I'm Vicky, and this week we're doing the faces of Easter. In the beginning, the baby was born. God chose Mary to be the mother of God. Listen carefully. Listen to the words. God chose Mary to be the mother of the God, and the Word was a wordless child. When the baby looked up into the face of Mother Mary, he already saw a cross. And when he looked into the face of Father Joseph, there was a cross already there too. The mother, Mary, and Father Joseph held the baby close, and they kept the baby warm. They gave the baby everything the baby needed to grow, and it began to grow. The baby grew and he became a boy. When he was about 12 years old, he went with his mother Mary and Father Joseph and with many people from their village of Nazareth. And they went to the great city of Jerusalem to keep one of the high holy days. When the celebration was over, the people from Nazareth went out through the high gate. They started towards the road home. Suddenly, Mary and Joseph discovered that Jesus was not there. They thought he had been playing with the other children from their village as they walked together. They hurried back into the great city of Jerusalem to find him. Mary and Joseph looked in the dark and narrow streets where they had looked, in the marketplace where they had bought food. They looked where they had spent the night. They looked everywhere. Finally, they even looked in the temple, and there he was. He was talking to the rabbis, the priests. And when he spoke, they listened, because he knew so much. And when they spoke, he listened, because he wanted to learn more. Mary and Joseph then asked Jesus the question all parents ask their children. The question you can never answer. Why did you do this? And Jesus said something very strange. He said, "Didn't you know I'd be in my Father's house?" Mary and Joseph did not understand. Their house was in Nazareth, where Joseph's carpenter shop was. They did not understand, but they did not forget. Jesus grew and became a man. When he was about 30 years old, he went to the river Jordan, where his cousin John was baptizing people. Do you see John? You can just see the back of his head. He was a wild man. Jesus waded in the water until he was face to face with John, and he said, "Baptize me." John looked at Jesus as if it was for the first time. Now he saw who he really was. "How can I baptize you? You are the Messiah, the one we have been waiting for. You must baptize me." "No, it is written that you will come before me and prepare the way. Baptize me." Jesus went down into the darkness and chaos of the water, and when John lifted him back up into the light, there were people there that say they saw the heavens come closer. And they say they saw a dove. There was also people there who heard a voice. They said, the voice said, "This is my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased." After Jesus was baptized, they went on across the river Jordan into the desert. He stayed there for 40 days and 40 nights to learn more about who he was and what his work was going to be. Jesus went into the desert to discover more about who he was and what his work was going to be. He was there for 40 days and 40 nights, with little to eat or drink. Then one day he heard a voice. Why don't you turn one of those stones over there into bread and have something to eat? Jesus said no. To be a real human, we need more than just bread to eat. Suddenly, it was as if Jesus were on top of the great temple in Jerusalem. The voice came back. If you really are the Son of God, why don't you jump and see if God will send angels to catch you before you hit the stones below? Jesus said no. We do not need to test God. Then it was as if Jesus could see all the kingdoms of the world. The voice came back again. If you will follow me, I will make you king over all these kingdoms. Jesus said, no, I am to be king, but not that kind of king. And the voice went away. Jesus went back across Jordan and began to do his work. But what was his work? Jesus came back through the river Jordan and began to do his work. But what was his work? His work was to come close to people, especially people nobody else wanted to come close to. See, here he's coming close to the blind man. He is so close that he touched the blind man's eyes, and when Jesus came close to people, they changed. They could see things they could never see before. And they could do things they could never do before. They became well. Jesus also told parables. Finally, he turned towards Jerusalem for the last time. I wonder which one is your favourite story? We had baby Jesus, Mother Mary and Father Joseph. We had Jesus at the age of 12 when he got lost and he was talking to the rabbis. When Jesus met his cousin John the Baptist and they baptized him. When he was in the desert for 40 days and 40 nights. Or when he helped the blind man see again. Thank you.